Right now, some new developments in the fatal onset shooting involving Alec Baldwin. New Mexico has agreed to fund the Rush shooting investigation. Prosecutors now say as many as 4 people, including Baldwin, could be charged. Mola Lengi has the details. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, George. Yeah, it looks like prosecutors in New Mexico are ready to decide on who, if anyone, will be criminally charged in this case, with potential charges ranging from gun law violations to homicide.
This morning, prosecutors preparing for potential charges in the Rust shooting investigation involving actor Alec Baldwin. This, as a source close to the investigation tells ABC News, one of the final pieces of evidence they'd been waiting for, Baldwin's cell phone, has been turned over. The Santa Fe district attorney filing new documents in the case, saying she's ready to make decisions of what individuals will be criminally charged, adding one of the possible defendants is well-known movie actor Alec Baldwin. The DA also stating she anticipates prosecuting up to 4 individuals in the shooting death of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins, who was killed on the set of the movie Rust last October when Baldwin fatally shot Hutchins and injured Joel Sousa. In an interview with George Stephanopoulos last December, Baldwin saying he was told the gun had blanks, dummy bullets, and that he followed Hutchins' instructions.
That she goes, well, just cheat it down and tilt it down a little bit like that. And then I let go of the hammer of the gun and the gun goes off. I let go of the hammer of the gun and the gun goes off.
Baldwin adamant he did not pull the trigger.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never.
In a previous interview, the DA talked exclusively with ABC about the potential for charges in the case.
If the circumstances warrant it, absolutely. We will do our best to get justice for Halyna Hutchins and Joel Sousa.
Contrary to Baldwin's claims, the FBI revealing in an August report the gun used in the fatal shooting functioned normally and could not have fired without pulling the trigger. In a rare move, prosecutors asking the state for more than $600,000 to help go up against well-paid and experienced defense lawyers. In response, the state greenlighting more than $317,000 for prosecution expenses.
Well, it's a busy time for the actor. He and his wife just welcomed their 7th child. Now, it is worth noting that the medical examiner's office in New Mexico ruled Hutchins' death an accident. Meanwhile, Baldwin insists that he had no reason to believe there were any live rounds in the gun, George.
Okay, well, thanks very much. This has been our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. Dan, right off the start, how worried should Alec Baldwin be?
I think he should definitely be concerned. I think everyone who was involved in this should be concerned at this point. I mean, look, there was a lot of talk about civil lawsuits. There have been a lot of civil lawsuits. But now we're talking about the possibility of people being criminally charged. And here, you're not just talking about a prosecutor who's saying, I need more money to fund my office. You're saying a prosecutor who's saying, I need more money to fund a possible prosecution in this case. And she said, and let me quote, in each of those charges, we will probably include some variation of our homicide statute. So, of course, they should be concerned.
So what would prosecutors have to prove?
I think that it would have to be a level of recklessness, right? No one is suggesting that this was done on purpose. The question is, how reckless or negligent were different people in allowing this to happen to the point where it might raise to that level of possible criminality? We've already heard from a New Mexico safety agency that they believe that there were serious lapses, that there were warnings that were failed to have been paid attention to, but this would rise to that next level.
Yeah, are those other onset incidents enough?
Not necessarily. For criminal, 2 different evaluations as to whether it violates the safety agency's requirements versus possible criminality. Criminality is that next level, and a different different group investigating as well.
Dan Abrams, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.